some time and introduce to all the panelists who are here in today's International Forum on Investment post-COVID-19. We have Honorable Sujata Koirala, former Deputy Prime Minister and former Foreign Minister of Nepal, and the Chairperson of Girija Prasad Koirala Foundation from Kathmandu, Nepal. Then we have Dr. Sudhir Ruparayala, Chairman of Rupayala Group, Uganda, and the richest man in Uganda. He is worth, I believe, $800 million. Then we have our leader, Himanshu Vyas, Secretary of All India Congress National Committee and Chairman of Foreign Trade Committee, Gujarat Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And next we have our pioneer and genius leader, Sam Pitroda, telecom engineer, inventor, and entrepreneur. Then we have Mike Singh, Chairman and CEO, TC Group from Guyana, and Chairman of the Caribbean Digital Divide Initiative. Next, we have Ritu Gyamdan, Treasurer of Trekking Agencies Association of Nepal. Then Rajesh K. Rai, Review Editor, Invasive Alien Space Assessment from Thailand, Bangkok. Then we have Lal Hira Tamrakar Azad, Managing Director, Bakery de Upper Crust Private Limited from Nepal, Kathmandu. Then we have Dinesh Tripathi, Constitutional Expert and Senior Advocate of Nepal. Next, Dr. Imumolen Christopher, CEO, AICP, National President at Onshore Offshore Oil and Gas Professionals, Nigeria. Next, Dr. Kazim Bello, CEO, Africa Capital and Equity Funds Limited. Next, Fardouz Askar, journalist from Tech Times newspaper. Next, Dr. Leong Ying, Cleastar. Next, Richard Yuen, partner of Clytech. And finally, my name is Somnath Ghirmire, President of GPK Foundation America, and I'm moderating this panel today. Thank you all for joining. And, Honorable Sujata Koirala, former Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Nepal, and the Chairperson of Girija Prasad Koirala Foundation from Kathmandu, Nepal. Without any delay, I would invite her for her welcome remarks.
Thank you, Somnathji. On behalf of the GP Koirala Foundation, I would like to welcome you all in this virtual meeting. We have a common challenge before us. The challenge is to figure out now how to minimize the number of death and the economic and psychological devastation it will cause. For this, we need to heavily invest in education, health, infrastructures to protect the humanity, which I think is the sum of health, skills, and knowledge. We also need to put our investment in research and development. We need to encourage families, their neighbors, and their co-workers to work together and build community resilience. We need to have an aggressive agenda for additional investment in the fields of public health, vaccine and drug research, emergency management from both public and private sectors. At this juncture, our goal must be to develop vaccines for fighting coronavirus. Sushma Memorial Trust is at work in social sectors also, and running hospital, plastic and reconstructive surgery hospital in Kathmandu, providing health services and training, provide training with its branches throughout the country. The trust is engaged in providing education, providing internet facilities in villages. It is a long way but we are determined to continue our journey. We have to prepare for post-COVID-19 to deal with a host of social, economic, and political issues. The biggest challenges, I think, will be the engagement of our youth in productive activities. If they are left alone, that will be the source of social unrest and upheaval. In our own way, Sushma Trust and GP Foundation are engaging youth at various levels throughout the country. We need more investments in health, education, and other social sectors to address the post-COVID-19 phase. We all have to come together, work together to protect the humanity from pandemic. Let us come together. The opportunity to save millions of lives cannot be passed. Pandemic does not wait us to think also. Let us start planning and preparing by investing in critical sectors that are directly related to people's health, education, and knowledge building. Thank you, and wish this meeting a success. And I'm very much eager to hear from all of you and learn more from you, what you have to say. I'm really very, very thankful and grateful to all of you. Thank you.
The final speaker of this forum, the panelist, Dr. Leong Ying.
Thank you very much. I saw that award earlier. It is the Patron of the Planet Award 2019. Why is that? Because that's when I was faithfully met Somnath. So it was meant to be. So even though I'm a scientist, so I want to thank Somnath for this opportunity, and GPK Foundation, and the Excellency for Deputy Prime Minister Sujata Koirala, Chairwoman of the Foundation. So a lot of you have mentioned we need a new paradigm change. Absolutely. I think the biggest paradigm change in the economic of the world was when the gold standard was removed. I personally think that was a disastrous thing, because it turned money into monopoly, and we're in this trouble because we're playing with monopoly money. There is going to be a huge paradigm change coming now. I think many of you said that, and we of our organization will be launching on the 23rd One Humanity, One World Manifesto, with ideas of how this new world will come about, with new economic paradigm, which also take care of our planet, not just humanity. We take care of humanity and we ruin our planet, then we ruin ourselves. So even though there's a paradigm shift, I'm going to talk about this because this is an investment forum. So I'm going to talk about the organization, our collective, our involvement with investors, and how we can move forward together with the partner that we have. So I'm just going to generalize the type of investors. There's two types of investors. There's the state one, the public state-funded one. Everyone knows about China Belt and Road Initiative. So we are also have connection into that. But as every one of you realize now, it's all politics. Right now, China's investment, because of coronavirus, have brought a lot of difficulty. Obviously, for example, to get a Chinese investment, a country, a nation has to sign a sovereign guarantee fund back. The problem with that is if a nation cannot pay back the interest loan on that, then they are penalized. A classic example, of course, in Sri Lanka, the port, in that they signed an agreement with China, they could not pay back, and now they have to sign a lease to China 99% of that. China invests heavily in Africa. Our organization are also working very, very actively in Africa. Dr. Bellows and I was actually talking to a Nigerian government entity yesterday, and on 23rd, I'll also be on a panel of Nigerian public government agency to talk about how the new paradigm, how the new investment will be involved. So I'm not going to cover because I said to you, China now is trying to survive like everyone else. Therefore, it will probably be more concentrated on investing internally within its own infrastructure. So how China moves forward to invest in other nations, whether the Belt and Road Initiative will survive. Only the future will tell, you know. So now the other group of investors that we are involved in, which is the one that I really, really want to push ahead, are the private equity fund. To be honest with you, they're the only one that are cash rich right now. Nations are pretty much either bankrupt or near to bankruptcy. They don't have enough money. They've spent enough. Like America here, Fadu's mentioned, America has released a $3 trillion initiative plan to try and get the economy. They're talking about releasing even more $1 trillion. Where is this money coming from? It's coming from the future. It's not coming from me. It's coming from your children, your grandchildren. So we're just piling debt upon debt. Therefore, nations can no longer invest in other nations. They're trying to invest, they're trying to survive on their own. Private equity funds are actually cash rich because they have no opportunity to invest in. And we work with several private equity funds. Just to tell you, one of them, which I'm really focusing on, and I'm hoping we can partner, and this is what we're offering to Nigeria, they've actually generously changed their term because of COVID-19. Pre-COVID-19, we were able to offer their investment as a loan. When I say a loan, it means like a mortgage. It means a nation that took their loan had to pay it back. So depending on the project, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years. If you did not pay that back, you will again be penalized. Or when I say you, the nation that takes the loan. But because of COVID, they have generously, sorry for my pronunciation, changed their loan structure so that it's no longer a loan. They know the pain that is suffering in nations, and they want to be part of that partnership, this new paradigm working through our organization. So they are now willing to do it as a full investment, not a loan. This will be a full investment. In return for the investment, they will take equity share in the project. Therefore, they will take on all the risks. When I say take on all the risks, they no longer require the loanee to pay back any of the investment cash. So they're willing to take on that risk. Therefore, I'm asking you, my colleagues out there, and Kazim knows, and Fadus know, and Richard know, is that we are working predominantly right now in Africa, but we are looking for other opportunities, including Nepal. I have a dear love for Nepal. I've been there. I love the country. I love the people, and I would love to be part of the restructuring, part of the reinvestment of Nepal as well, Asia. So you want more details, I will be happy to deliver the details through Somnath. But we have people that are willing to back this new paradigm. So with our manifesto that we're going to be releasing on the 23rd, with our new investment strategy that's based on pure investment, not on a loan. So our investors are taking on the entire risk. We hope we can be part of this new enlightened new world that's coming. So I want to thank again GPK Foundation for this excellent forum and talk about the future. God bless you all. Thank you.